Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe, drink of the day. It's a cold can of Red Bull. And today I've been playing some games with Kuzan with the new Marco. So I do think this is strictly better than the Cavendish that we had in the previous set. Obviously this is a blocker, so if you play it out on 4 and your opponent swings 5, you get free value. What's not to love? Also, this kind of just works differently than Cavendish. Cavendish usually draws you 1 card, and then your opponent heavily invests in taking it out, so you get a little bit of extra defense. Marco, your opponent doesn't want to take him out. But then you get to keep a 4-6 vanilla on the board that swings every turn, and then you can leave him up as a blocker when you need him as a blocker. I think it is still strictly correct for your opponent to just take it out immediately. But a 4-6 that eats a hit and draws 2, that's still pretty good. And obviously at the end of the game, combining this with multiple Pheasant Pecks, or even multiple Marcos, is really strong. Other than that, much the same. I've put in a couple of Aramakis, because I'm actually seeing a lot more, like, little decks like Rayleigh, obviously this is quite good into, GY Law, just bottoming all their searches. Often by the time you get to this, they don't need their searches as much, but it's still nice. Obviously this just nullifies chump blockers, so if your opponent's playing a deck that plays a lot of chump blockers, Aramaki is kind of the GOAT. And I've dropped 1 Sacker as a result, just because I don't want too many bricks. Gone up to 3 of the Jozu as well. I just kind of like Jozu, I think he's pretty cool. Also, the one thing you're seeing differently in my build than a lot of builds, I don't like Zephyr as a 2K. I really like Suru. It's not often very good, but when this is good, this is game winning. So I'm always on 4 of the Suru. 4 of the Hina is also game winning because it turns off your opponent's chump blockers. And then I've got 2 of the Gion, 2 of the Sabo. We are a little bit weak to removal, and we do spam a lot of cost on the board, but removal can still sometimes get you there. So I've got a couple of Sabos. If you want to take this out and put in 2 Zephyrs or 2 more Gions, this is the one I would cut. I do like 2 Gions though into the Gum Gum Giant decks. This gives you another good play on 4. Because, like, obviously your Marco is very good, and Sengoku's fine too. But this Gion, meaning that they can't use their counter events without bottoming a card as well, does feel quite good. Other than that, it's much the same. There's not that much room for experimentation with Kuzan. It's really like these 2 slots with the Aramaki, the Jozu slots, sort around some of the 2Ks, and then your Marco. I think 2 of each event is pretty staple at this point. Although you probably could go to 1 Raging Tiger, especially if we see more top-end decks start to emerge in OP13. But either way, just some more games with Kuzan. He's going to be my main, so he's going to be appearing on the channel more often than pretty much every other leader. Hope you enjoy these games with Kuzan. I'm going to go into Shanks. I'm going to take second. This is a solid curve, you know. Toshigi, Marco, Kuzan. Nothing after the Kuzan. But, and also no aggression early on because we don't get to attack. We'll keep, it's fine. We'll keep. Red Rock's cool. Red Rock's very good into the Shanks, actually. Half tempted to take the Sengoku. Just over the Marco. I think I will. The Sengoku, we go +1 in hand size. We still get to swing 6. We don't get the blocker. But, okay, well, we're taking this 8. Another Sengoku, why not? Sure. Aramaki could be okay. They do play like Utas and that. And the big blocker's fine as well. We'll go 6. Always nice when you can swing 6 into Shanks. Sakazuki is going to be really important. That's one thing I'm looking for. We'll ditch the second Sengoku, I think, here. No Sakazuki. We'll take Garp and Suru. Turn those there. Draw a card. No Sakazuki again. That's fine, though. We can do Garp Aramaki is a fine backup after this Kuzan play. Although, to be fair, if he doesn't play anything, I might just go with the Marco and not play Kuzan. Shanks. Yeah, he's not played Yasop. Let's counter this one. We don't actually have that much counter. We've got a lot of bricks, holy. We probably want to ditch the Toshigi thing. I don't want to take that. I really don't. Okay, it's the funny roux. Okay, ditches the Shanks. So he must have a couple of these in hand. The Red Rock's going to be good. I think I will go with the Marco, you know. Just so we can get the extra aggression. Because if I do the Kuzan, we don't freeze anything. So it's kind of pointless. Although this does get bend. This does get bend. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe this was a mistake. We might get bend here. Probably should have dropped the Kuzan, actually. Yeah. This was greedy. This was... I mean, if he doesn't have Ben, we're in a great spot, but he's going to have Ben, isn't he? Yeah, we're screwed here. That was a really poor play from me. Really poor. Should have definitely dropped the Kuzan here. Even though we're not freezing anything, we could have cycled out one of the bricks. Honestly, might have gone with them cycling out the Marco. Oh, he doesn't have Ben. Brilliant. So lucky there. Very, very lucky. Pops us and Goku, don't really care. 6 here. And obviously 2k this. Do I want to? Next turn, we're going Garp Aramaki. Go to this. If we get Sakazuki, that'd be lovely. I'm going to use this. Going to ditch the Kuzan here. Okay, okay, that's not particularly useful. Never mind. We'll go 5. Then I'll go 6. I don't care if he takes this out. It's there to eat a hit and draw 2, you know? That's what it's there for. Cool, we get a 2k out of him. Go Garp, trashing, Marco, Plout Aramaki, draw 1. Oh, there he was. He was 1 card deeper. How rough. Never mind. I'll cycle out the Sengoku. Go to this. Cycle out Sengoku. Draw a card. Jishiki's okay. We'll pass here. So we've got our blocker online. That's nice. He's on 9, so he can't 10 Shanks this turn. Could do something like Rayleigh. Rayleigh plus Newgate would remove one of our 8Ks, but we still have another one, so that's nice at least. That's if he's on the Rayleigh. He can also, of course, 9 Shanks for 6. Does go with the Rayleigh. Good stuff. At least the Rayleigh can't pop anything, right? And we still get to keep this Garp, which is pretty cool. Yep, pops Aramaki. And then is he gonna swing into this? If he does, I'll let it go, I think. Does not. Actually, kind of want to keep this so that we can try and find another Garp. So I'm going to give him a Suru here. Uta, sure. Sure thing. He's still way higher on cards than I'd like him to be. Ben Beckman. There's Ben. Looking for Garp. We do find Garp. Nice. So I'll Garp. What am I ditching? Probably the pudding. I think it has to be the pudding. I want to keep 1 up for Pheasant Peck. So we'll just go 5. And then we'll go 8. He should just leader effect here. But here's what it is. We've got to eat it, right? We've got to eat it. Yeah, we'll go 8. Then we'll go Garp. I could have Saka affected. Moron. Guess we can attack with the Marco now. Yeah, we'll go with that's all I was going for. It's a lot of guys. Probably don't need any more Garps. We'll trash. Honestly, yeah, we'll ditch the Garp. Put a Don here. Draw 1. Yeah, I'll attack another 5. Should have definitely just done 6 with lead, though, and left this up. That was a mistake. It is what it is. Shit happens, right? Lord, sure. I'll snow. So we're expecting 10 Shanks here, and then we're going to Red Rocket on the next turn. But he has got a lot of guys. It's quite scary. Going to get to go 5-8-8 here. Yeah. Go 2k on that one. We're going to have to counter this next swing as well. Which probably 8 from Rayleigh. I think we have to let the Garp go down. We've still got a Garp and a Saka, which is nice. Yeah. He also might just want to not kill this. Just leave it on the board. 12-7. I mean, we can save this, right? We can. If we Pheasant Peck away the Marco, buff it to 11. And then give like a Hina. He attacks 8 on 7. We give a Suru. Well, we're gambling, actually. Yeah, we're just gambling. Yeah, we're gambling on finding an extra 2k. Okay, we don't get one. Let's see if he has the balls to go for it. Regardless, we're getting out of a lot of swings at face here. Yeah, we're getting out of a lot of swings at face here. Unfortunately, that will go through. Cool, well, it wasn't the best, but it is what it is. Get rid of this. Then definitely going to ditch the Aramaki, put it on here, draw 1. Another pheasant peck's good. I might leave 2 up then. So we can go 888. I think we're just going at life here. And I'll leave this Marco up as a blocker. Yeah, so we'll just go 888. I don't want him to be able to counter any of these swings for 1 card. We'll probably get 2 life, 2 cards, if I had to guess. And again, yeah, I'll leave the Marco up this turn. He should probably counter this, because this could easily be 9, unless he has 2 2Ks, in which case he's happy to. But he does also have the blocker, which is a little annoying. And how many Hinas have we gone through? Not that we're Hinaing this turn, but he's going to leader effect 2K, 1K. Okay, so he doesn't have too many 2Ks, because otherwise he'd probably just 2K, 2K there. We've gone through 1 Hina. Just 1 Hina? Just 1 Hina. Okay, well, let's just go 8 again. This might just eat the blocker. Yeah. That's finally block, and we'll pass there. Okay. Okay. Let's see what he's got this turn. Another Shanks, maybe? He did trash one very early on. If it is another 10 Shanks, I mean, the Pop Shanks could obviously just remove our Sakazuki. Okay, it's the Tank Shanks. It is the Tank Shanks. So he can swing all 9s if he wants to leave no Don open, or he can go 7-8-8 and play a blocker. That could be okay. 8 here. Well, if this is more than 8, this probably isn't more than 8. I guess it could be exactly 9-9. We should pheasant peck this one. That's not useful. We'll take this one. Hina's good. Hina is good. Can just block 2K though. I think I will ditch the Hina. This could be another lucky route. I'm fully aware of that. But getting out of that swing for nothing feels good. Does feel good as another lucky route. Okay. Ditches the Shanks. Ditches the Shanks. Okay. He's at 7. We've got 4 swings. What would we want to get off this Toshigi? It's only really Hina that helps us go for lethal. I don't think we're going for lethal, though. In which case, we kind of just want to draw cards, so Sakazuki actually might be the best. Here. Let's start with 8. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 swings next turn. If we have a blocker and 2 lives, we only need to counter 1 swing, so it's not that bad. He also does that. That's interesting. No 2Ks, it seems. Which is quite scary for him. I mean, I assume anyway, yeah, Gant takes that. I mean, I don't think we split here. I think it's too risky. Which does mean this can swing 7 if we don't draw any more events off of this guy. How many have we seen, actually? We've got 2 in trash, right? Well, there's 3 in trash. This can always swing. And we get an extra bunch of dons as well, actually. What am I talking about? Yeah, we get a ton of extra dons. Holy. Yeah, we'll trash the Raging Tiger, buff this. Draw 1. Trash the... I should have trashed the Garp first, because if that was a brick, Raging Tiger is actually better than any other brick in our deck. Yeah, but either way, we're trashing the Garp. Put 1 here, draw 1. Yeah, there was no better way to do that, though, in the end. This is at 7. Let's go 9. Because we only have 1 anyway for the Pheasant Peck. So this forces a blocker take, or 2k, 1k, if that last life was 2k. He blocks. Cool. Right, we've got 4 5k counter, and a 4k counter event, and a Marco blocker that draws 2 and it goes down. So I don't think we die here. Do we win on the clapback? That's another story. We'll have to see about that. But I think we're at least not in a bad spot to start with, because he's only got 4 swings, so we have to counter one of them. I'm assuming this blocker does not get denied. If the block... Well, Lime Juice hits a 4k, though, so we need to Atama Lime Juice. Could bend this, I guess, but that doesn't feel very good, because then his lethal is going to be terrible. 10 is probably the biggest swing. 10, 10, 11? Is he just committing to 10, 10, 10, 11? I don't think there's any way he can punish us for taking this, because if you just 4 Don for a Tama Lime Juice, he's only got 6, so then it's like 10, 10, 7, more likely 9, 9, 9, which we can counter 2 9s already. And it goes 9, okay. So the Tama Lime Juice is here, yeah, it's just 9, 9. That's his best way of killing the Marco off. You can't Roger. Again, I think we just take and we go for lethal next turn. I think so anyway. Nine. I mean, if we counter this, we just win. Yeah, these need to be bigger if he's not if he is denying this blocker again. It's only a 9, which we can counter. Trashing Kuzan, draw 1. Redrock's not useful. Ditch this. Unless there's some other way he can get rid of this for like less than 4 Don. But I really don't think there is. We can split with the Uta, I guess. But again, we've got 6k counter and a blocker and another 1k. So I really don't see how... I think we just had this one. I think his only shot was maybe like a second 9 Shanks and another Lucky Root to try and go another turn. But would we have got there? Probably. We do have the Hina to deny the Lucky Root. And he didn't seem to have many 2Ks last turn. Which is quite surprising, because he's played a bunch of these Lucky Roos, you know? It's a little unfortunate for him. 8. Then what, 7? I don't know, this has got to be a blocker, right? It's got to be a blocker. That one's better than Serious Terrible. Yeah, Hina's like slightly useful. Yeah, this now has to be like a Lucky Roo blocker, and then we have the Hina for that, so it's all good. Oh, this can't hit that. No, this can't hit that because it's an original cost of 6. Oh, he leaves though. Okay, with 2k counter in hand, I think we had it anyway. Yeah, with 2k counter, it didn't matter actually. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. We can also Red Rock the Uta, and Red Rock only costs 4 because of the Sacker effect, so that honestly might be worth it. Hey, either way, well played your opponent. Real shame he didn't let us get the chance to do that last turn. I would love to do it, but hey, here we are. I'm going to go to Zoro. Let's take second. Marco, but no follow-up. That's a mulligan. This is a good hand. Got Shigi, Sengoku. Hopefully we'll draw towards our Kuzan. He's very important. Luffy's the man. Let's Shigi. There's the Kuzan. I think we have to just take it. As much as I liked a lot of those cards, honestly. Just taking the Kuzan, I think, is important. 3 Don can go 5-5. If he has more searches or Koshiros, he'll probably look to drop those first, though. Go 6. Interesting. I think we just take, though. Gonna go no. I think we'll want one of these later, and we've just bottomed 1, so... You know. Tashigi, sure. So we know that's coming. We'll go 2-0. 3 for Sengoku. I think I'll ditch the Marco. Because we're going to drop Kuzan into Garp something. Yeah, we'll ditch that. Looks like we're grabbing 2Ks. I could grab a Tashigi, I guess. I don't hate just having a bunch of 2Ks. We'll take this one. I might just take a bunch of 2Ks, honestly. That's fine. We've got a good curve here. We've got Kuzan to Garp Kuzan. And then after that, obviously, it changes up a little bit. We'll draw a card there. Sakazuki's great as well. Do we ever want to Pheasant Peck this turn? He's just going to Toshigi, take this out, and then do 8 life. I think we can take the 8 life. So I'll just go... No, I should have gone 6. Should have gone 6. I talked myself into that we don't need the pheasant peck, and then swung 5, but he gave a 2k anyway, so it's whatever. It's all irrelevant. Never mind. Half hope he takes this out, because if we can get like the Suru online, it's actually quite good later. If he plays like a Mihawk or something and has nothing else on the board, we can just Suru the Mihawk. Another Hiyori, okay. Luffy is the man. That's the second one. That's a little scary. Yeah, sure. Do we ever want to do anything else? I mean, our Kuzan doesn't hit anything, which is kind of toxic. Do we ever want a pheasant pack? I don't think so. I don't think I want to counter an 8, really. Yeah, we'll just go 3-0. Then we'll go 5-5, and I'll drop the Kuzan. Do we want to cycle? Honestly, there's nothing I really need to cycle. We can cycle the pudding, I guess. Sure, second go up, why not? Now we do need to be a little careful, because he's going to have some crazy aggression now. This is going to be Toshigi. And then he's going to have 10. Yeah. We are getting close to death. Maybe I should have counted that 8 earlier. It is what it is. We'll go... Gion is useless. And Sabo is useless. Then we'll take the 10 at lead. This guy seems to know what he's doing with Zoro. He's a good player. I think we want to go Garp Saka here just to get the card draw. Even though this Toshigi can then attack. Maybe it's Garp Kuzan freeze the Toshigi again. Either way, start with 5. He's given us a lot of counters so far. Finally takes that one. He's going to take this one as well then. Must be out of counter now, because I don't think he'd have wanted to take 2 there if he didn't have to. Yeah, I think we do want the extra defense from the Kuzan. Freezing the Toshigi. So we'll ditch... Jozu? Draw 1. That's a lot of 2Ks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2Ks. Add something else to play off Garp. Because I'd happily ditch this Saka. But we might want it next turn. To develop our board that can go for lethal. We can actually go for lethal next turn, but it's somewhat unlikely. I'll ditch the Garp. Freeze this. Draw 1. Okay, Raging Tiger might be okay next turn. That might be okay next turn. A lot of 2Ks. Mihawk. Seems good. Seems good. And then it's just going to be 10. No, it's going to be 8. Okay, go Gion. Leaving 2 up for either Koshiro or some events. I will counter this. We'll give 2 Surus. I want to stay a little bit healthy at least. Was this 2 for events? 1 for Perona. Okay. Then 1 for an event. Second Mihawk. Very nice. And we can pudding him here. It's not the worst, honestly, pudding here. It's not the worst. This can be waterfall, right? It's sort of lethal if we go for it. 10, 10, 10, it's 9. If we go 10 pudding, 799. It's giving us quite a few 2Ks, right? Only 2. Let's go 8, see what happens. This is obviously a really good waterfall if he has it. It is what it is. It is what it is. If it's not waterfall, if it's one of the 3Ks like DMG, this sucks for him. Because he has to give two 2Ks here. Okay, blocks and 2Ks. Alright, well, we're going to struggle to get lethal now with him having this. We could Raging Tiger the Toshigi and then push into the Mihawk. That seems bad, though. That does seem bad. Do I want to Saka here? Just draw cards. I don't hate Saka. We know he has 2 restand events, which is terrifying. That would be 6. So we can do 9, 9, 9, 7, 8. I don't think we get out of that. Obviously, this counters the 8. This counters the 7. Well, this counters the 7. This counters the 8. And it's just down to how much counter we draw off, like the soccer. Soccer would let us filter this out. Let's go 5. 2K. We know 2 of these are events. There's a chance we kill this Mihawk if we go 8-8 into it. What did he take off the Toshigi? Took a Mihawk. Yeah, we know he has brick, brick, brick. That's nice. That alleviates a lot of pressure now, actually. It's 1 less 8K he's got. Happy days. Well, I think we want to leave... let's just go with this. Draw 2. We'll cycle out the Raging Tiger. Only got 1 event. I kind of want to leave 3 up because of DMG. If he DMGs, he has like 6 on left. He can do 8, 8, 7. That's 2. That's not enough. It's not enough. We can attack with Sengoku here. It's not helpful though. Yeah, we can get the extra swing in with Sengoku here. I think that's allowed. Yeah, hedging my bets on that Mihawk KO, right? But I think it was a bet we had to hedge. We don't need to swing here. There is a chance he lives, though, if he goes, like, a bunch of blockers, so I will hit him down. I mean, he's already got all the restand events in the world. I don't think that actually matters. The only card he could possibly draw off that, that would be potentially helpful, is DMG. But if his swings are just, like, 8, 8, 7, that's not enough. So, nice meme, bro. My Sengoku is larger than your Perona. He's played well, though, this game, honestly. Like, the countering out mega early seemed very smart. I think we'll just 2K, 1K this. Pudding could actually be useful. If we live, though, we just win, right? Yeah, if we live, we just win, so... It's just Pheasant Peck. Ditch the Red Rock. Draw a card. Just in case I don't want to get DMG'd for no reason. I mean, now he can go, what, 999? But, again, it's fine. We've got so much counter. We can counter one of the 9s. And once he commits to that, that's it. Okay, Mihawk again. You know he still has 2 bricks here, though. And this pudding could actually be pretty okay. Did he forget to restand Dons? Oh, please don't tell me he forgot. Oh, no, he did. I thought, because it was taking so long, I thought he forgot to restand the Dons and the game was going to be ruined. That'd have been so sad. You're going to swing 8 to one of our goons. I will 1K this, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, fair enough then. I'll let that one go. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. So he uses leader effects, notably. This can be another 8, or it can be blockers. I think we counter this just to hedge our bets, though. As much as the Hina can deny a blocker, the Hina could have denied a blocker. But, I mean, with 5 swings, he's got 2 blockers, 1 Don. I think we should be okay. The only card I'm concerned about is Waterfall. Waterfall would be annoying. This is actually always free. Yeah, this is always free. Hina's good here. Hina's good here. Yeah, and the reason this is free is because of the Sakazuki's effect. trash. Well, Sengoku's. Deny this. Draw a card. Let's go 8. Yeah, I shouldn't have put this Don on the Garp. I put this Don on the Garp and then realised that the Shigi was free and could look for the Hina. He's taken that one. Half tempted to pudding here. We know he still has 2 bricks in hand, though, so we'd just be putting him down to 5, so it's pointless. Yep, it was not a waterfall. It was that. And no 1Ks as well. Okay, so we'll just swing 8 again if there's no 1Ks. And then we've got 10-10. He had 3 of them. He had 3 of the bastards. Yeah, he played really well, I think, in the early game. Keeping his life really high. Yeah, just had to take 2 swings on that turn where we had the what's it? Where we attacked with the Kuzan and then played out the Garp. That was a close game. That was a fun one. Going second into Bonney. We've got a lot of Garps. Garp seems like the most important card in this matchup. So let's keep. He does have the Bonney. That's annoying. Because we don't have Toshigi. So we have to attack this next turn. That's a little annoying, you know. Hey ho, what can you do? Yeah, we'll go to Sengoku on the next turn. I'll ditch one Sengoku. It's fine. Is this double Bonney? If this is double Bonney, that would be so annoying. Cavendish. Okay, just leaves 2 up. Well, we've got Marco. I think I want to do Sengoku, though, because we need to find something for 6. So let's go 5 here. Deploy this. I'll trash Hino. We don't really need the counter early against Bonney. Kuzan's good. I'd have preferred Jozu, but obviously we can't search him. That's not legal. I'll take the Chigi. I don't mind dropping a Chigi here as well. Draw a card. Second Kuzan's interesting. There's the guy we want. I don't think I want 3 Kuzans, so we'll take Suru. And then pass it up. Yeah, obviously expecting Cavendish here. Cavendish swing 6. I'll take the leader swing. We'll just freeze the Cavendish. No Cavendish. Toshigi then. Toshigi, I guess. We'll take this regardless. Nope. Is this Toshigi? Oh, it's the Bonney, the new Bonney. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm hyped to see that. I can't lie. I might just get rid of it, though. There's no point stunning a character this turn. If you rest my Jozus, whatever. You're not attacking my Jozu. Oh, he didn't even have a Don, actually. Yeah, he needed that Bonney on the board to get the Don. What am I talking about? Cavendish, very good. 3 Don, maybe that Bonney again. Maybe we'll see that Bonney come down once more. 5 here. We'll give... you can probably take down to 3 against Bonney. They can't pudding me. Oh, there's the Chigi. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. But we can Garp Kuzan here, which is really nice. We'll start with 7, obviously, because, well, you've got to start with your biggest swing against Bonney, which is one of the frustrating things. I'm also expecting Kid, which I really don't like, but what can you do about that? Not a lot. Go with Garp. Ditching. These cards are all good. Limbarco. Like this. Draw 1. Saka will be good for next turn, I think, so I'm going to ditch the Kuz. And freeze this. Draw 1. End turn. Nice, we've got 3 big guys on the board. This can't attack. He's got no board presence. The only thing we do have to be really careful of is Kid. I also do have to counter this, I think. We'll give 1K with the Chi here. Shanks pops our Jozu. Okay. Still can't get rid of this because this stupid Ishigi's here. This card is so toxic, you know? It's so toxic. I think we just Garp Saka here, though. Let's go with 8. You can rest my other 8. We'll leave these 1 up for Pheasant Pack. And probably only 1, so I can swing 7 with lead. Oh, he doesn't have a Don. He doesn't have a Don. Wow, that's... I didn't even realise that. Please don't drop 8-drop Kid. 8-drop Kid's not real, it can't hurt me. I'm going to go with this. This is terrible, right? Oh, I hate this Toshigi. It's so annoying. There's nothing... We need to... Maybe we need to play something that gets rid of 3. That's rough. What do we want to ditch? Probably... It's not Saka. It's one of these events. What am I more likely to play? Probably the Red Rock. Let's get rid of the Raging Tiger. Play with Saka. Draw one, draw one. Do we want to cycle out again? Another Garp is honestly not bad if he gives us the opportunity to use it. Honestly, I kind of don't want to cycle, but I do want the Don. I do want the Don. Maybe just ditch all the stupid events. He's got the Chishigi. They don't do anything. Yeah, the Josu's alright. Let's go 7 and then we'll go 8. If he takes down to 0, we know he has Kid, and we're in for a bit of a war. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ah! This card is just disgustingly good. It's absolutely disgustingly good. Ah. I really dislike this card. This is probably up there as one of my least favourite cards in the game. We'll give Key on, doesn't do anything. If this really wants to swing like 13, then I'll counter out with the Peasant Pack. I guess it can only swing 12, actually. Yeah, I guess it can. I guess it probably does swing 12. Where's at the bottom with this? Okay, well now it can swing 13 again. Goes 12. Go Pheasant Peck, buff this. Ditch. Jozu. Draw 1. We'll give one of these series, sure. Now the real game begins. Can we ever get through the stupid Kid? Maybe. I don't have anything to do with this guard. We're probably just doing good numbers here. So he's going to rest to say the Garp. So we can do 10 with Kuzan, 10 with Garp, 10 with Saka. We can do 10, 12, 12. That's honestly pretty good. We're eating a lot of cards, actually. We do want to leave one up, though. Let's start with just 10 from Garp. See how that goes. He gets to rest something. Yeah, he gets another Don back. I don't really know why he kept 2. Unless he plays events. But they don't usually play events. Bonney does, however, play a lot of bricks, so you never know. 1k with the Bonney. 2k with the Zoro. So if we want to just split, hold one up, we can go 11, 12. 8, 8. 8, 10, 8, 10, 10 seems good, actually. I think 8, 10, 10 is better than 11, 12. Yeah, 11's just 2 2Ks. Let's go 10, though, because he has to counter this one. I mean, he has to counter all of them, I think. He can obviously block 1 with the Bonney, but that's all that's allowed. 10, 11, Hawkins, and a Cavendish. We can actually drop to Shigi for free if I want. Because we get the Don back. We can suck out the Garp. Sengoku's probably more useful than Shigi. If you're on the Pheasant Peck, though, that'd be pretty cool. No Pheasant Peck. This is bad. We'll just take Suru. It's fine. Then we'll ditch the Garp. Okay, cool. Look at this team. We're going to do great. Okay. Get one more K at least, and then probably the Bonney blocker. And I guess we could have done 13 hit. No, but 13 just gets eaten by the blocker, right? He just gives the blocker. I'd rather get 1k and then 2k 1k than just the blocker. Contact there. Why am I clicking the Bonney? Yeah, he does eventually block. So we got a lot of cards there. Let's see if we can survive. Tenkle Stofi here would be... That would just be the kicker. If he's playing all of those and has them, that'll be tough. Because he can freeze 3 of our guys. We only have 2 attacks. I think that will be it. Okay, just Mihawk. And it's still a very, very good card. But at least it's not Tenkle Stofi. 8 here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No idea where the rest of these Dons are going, but we're absolutely not taking that. 5 in hand. If we can keep as many of our guys as possible, we can very easily go for game this turn. He actually doesn't have any blockers other than this one Mihawk. And this doesn't, like, it's not particularly good. So what's this? This could be 8, 11. We want to keep Hina as much as possible. So we'll give him 2 more Surus. We'll give this Suru. And this can only swing 11. It can't swing 12. Cool. Well, let's see if we can get there now. Here's one blocker. Just go with another 10, I think. I think start again with 10. So silly. Yeah, for rests one guy. Can we break through the kid and win? If we can break through the kid, we definitely win. So we go 10 here. That's 2 cards. 10 here is guaranteed. Yeah, we should just have this, I think. I think we should. I think we do actually get there. My god, I hate this combo. Tashigi with this is just so obnoxious. You cannot deal with it. 0 costs out. Discarding a 2k, so he probably has a 2k in hand. No, he can block this still, can't he? Can block this. Then we go 8 and die. Oh no, we die. We get 1 extra done from this if... No, we die if this is a counter. And we know it's a 2k. Yeah, we might be screwed here. So we have to go 8 with Kuzan. 10 with Garp. It doesn't matter which order we do that in. We don't even necessarily kill the kid. Ah! I hate this card. I hate this card so much. It's so cringe. Yeah, because this is a 2k. This is always a 2k in his hand. We know that. Shit, did I do bad numbers? I don't think so. Because if I start with 12, we can do 2 12s, but that just eats the blocker and the same amount of cards, and we're in exactly the same position. Because this is a 2k. Well, he's got 4 swings. Let's see if we survive. Ah! Oh, he can just play board again, though, because this card's so silly. This card's so silly. Yeah, he gets to play board again. If we can save one guy. Oh, no. Just can freeze up Kuzan. Ah! At least he's got no cards, but yeah, he just gets to play board again, man. We can save something here, though. Yeah, we can save something here. This Tashigi's going to come in clutch, actually. This Tashigi's going to come in clutch. So what are these swings? It's 8, 10. Yeah, we can't save 2 things, but we can save 1 thing. Next, if let's leave 1 up as well. So it's maybe 7, 10? Without this. I think we get there. I think the Tashigi gets us there. Which is wild, right? That's wild. He's got no blockers now for the kid. So we can actually just destroy the kid guaranteed for an 8 swing. Yeah, 8 to 8. This always gives 4k. You don't have to trash 1 card. So we can just counter the kid swing. So we can let this go. Then this goes into Garp and we save the Garp and that wins the game. And that's it. Yeah, nice. 8 here. He can rest our leader. And Tashigi wins the game. What a goat. Ah, get out of here, Bonney. Stupid kid, man. God, my God, I hate this card. I'm so ready for it to be gone. But hey, well played to our opponent. He played super well. The opponent played like really well, going all the way down to 0. I wonder if I ever could have left him at like 1, just give him 1 less card, but he wouldn't have won there, so I don't know. Either way, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Gonna go into GP and I will be taking 2nd. What a surprise. No, that's terrible. That's better. Josu's great if he does get the boat. Well, if he plays it and doesn't leader effect because he wants to Luffy Taro, then you never know. We'll see. Raging Tiger's not bad in this matchup, actually. The rest is just 2Ks. I think I'm actually going to take the Raging Tiger. We'll pass. Next time we've got Marco, which is nice. Cycle at the boat. Sure. Not a lot going on from this turn. That's pretty good. Let's go with when you're at sea. Nami. Okay, I will 2k out of this swing, I think. Yeah. Because this is the smallest swing we're ever going to get in this game. See what he gets off of this. He must be digging for the Sanji pudding. Do you like this alt up, by the way? This is super clean. It's from the Pirates League out in America. These are going for a fortune, man. I wish they were a little bit cheaper. I'd love to get some because they look sick, but... I mean, Law's face looks a bit goofy, I can't lie, but I think that's just Law. He's kind of a goofy-looking character. Definitely not one of my favourites. Luffy Taro, yeah, I'll Hina out of this. And we're just going to go 5 Marco, keep it simple. He'll probably take... could counter, I suppose. But, okay, it does counter. Gives us... Oh, that guy's pretty annoying, actually. That guy is pretty annoying. He'll deny our Jozu if he does that. But I suppose if he does that, he's also not doing very much. He's not developing Sandy Pudding, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, he denies our play, but he loses out on his own. I think this is probably just better when going second with this deck. Because dropping this on 4 is giga busted. That is giga busted. Got the Garp Sacker as well. This hand is coming together quite nicely. We've got Jozu on... Okay, he does use the leader effect though, so he can buff the Sandy Pudding. We can't bounce it. That's a little unfortunate. We now don't have much to do next turn. But at least he's not Luffy towering. Yeah, sure. Sabo. How are we can Kuzan then? Sometimes you just gotta believe, right? Sometimes you just gotta believe. Do you want to swing with this? Honestly, I don't hate it. He's only got 1 swing next turn. Will he want to spend it going into this? Maybe? I don't know. Let's swing 6 on 6. Cool. And then we go Kuzan, ditch the Jozu. I think next time we are just Garp Sackering. Freeze this, draw a card. We can't attack with lead, obviously, so we'll pass it there. But yeah, next turn Garp Sacker allows us to put that Don on our lead so that we can attack with it. Second Sanji Pudding is pretty good. Drawn perfectly so far. Again, if he takes out this Marco, I don't care, because I get to draw 2, right? And if he doesn't take out the Marco, well, then it's a 4-6 beat stick that I can then use as a blocker when it seems important. I really like this card. This one has cost +2. Don't really care. I'm going with Garp Sacker next turn. Turn after that is probably the Grav Blade turn. That's annoying. That is annoying. We'll counter one of these. I'm not taking both. And that one could have been a 7. I don't think he needs to leave it on up here, to be honest. This probably should have been 6-7, but again, it doesn't really matter. We'll kill Nami. And yeah, he's shown that he doesn't want to attack this, so I'm going to go 6 again. Go Garp, ditch, Kuzan, play out Saka, draw a bunch of cards, I'll Saka ditching the other Saka, we're not going to need any more of these. Draw a card. And we'll go 6. Aramaki's not that great. He's okay, though. He's okay. Yeah, I think it's Raging Tiger next turn. We do get him down to 2, and also get a couple cards there, which is nice. 2 2K's gone. They're usually on 8 to 10. If he's on for a Nosuke, that means he's probably on 10. If I had to guess. Because you never play for a Nosuke either over Usahachi or Sanji. So he's on at least 9 and is likely 10. People just prefer round numbers, you know. I think it's just human nature. Like, 10 2Ks sounds so much better than 9 2Ks or 11 2Ks. I don't know, it's a weird thing I've noticed. Every deck's always on, like, 10 or 12. It's never 9 or 11. Or even 13, really. Sometimes Shanks is on 13 if they just have just like a random spot and they're like, ah, fuck it, the 2K. But that's kind of the 2K deck, right? So, you know. Gum Gum Giants. We know he has Luffy Taro. There's Luffy Taro. This is a really good turn for him. Can't lie. Oh, nothing to play off Luffy Taro. Oh, what a shame. We have to counter this, though. Hina plus Sengoku. Pudding could actually be pretty useful. I mean, he's obviously not going to let us Raging Tiger both of these. How big is this? Probably bigger than 7. But if he goes 8 into Kuzan, we get really boned by that. So I'm going to take... I'm happy to go down to 1, I think. That's very large. Yeah, we're not countering that. A couple more Guillaumes is good. Yeah, there's the boat on the Sanji pudding. Oh, is he... No, he is equal or less. I thought for a moment he might not be. We could just Jozu. We could just Jozu. We don't have anything good to bounce, though. Our board's too full. Right? If we Aramaki, we have 2 blockers, 2 dons. That's hard to kill. That is hard to kill. And we can cycle out the Raging Tiger if we do that. We are also in a position to threaten lethal. So let's start by doing an 8 with Kuzan. Because we are making tangible threat. Okay, well he's going to take that. I'll go with another 8. I don't think he'll take this one. Unless he's very confident in the amount of 2Ks in his hand. 2K, 2K. 8 Don. We know he has Giant. Let's go 8 again. Okay, we force the Giant. Nice. Now, if we want to split, our split is 10, 11. I don't like my odds of that. 5 cards, though. It's possible. It's possible. Let me think. If we Aramaki, ditch the Raging Tiger, we can't guarantee that we'll draw in. We should draw at least a 1k between the Raging Tiger and the Sakazuki. And the Aramaki as well, because we can get rid of the Nami. Hmm. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Say it's 9. He has to rest this. Probably has to rest Aramaki as well. If he has DMG, that's 4. He'll get all of those back, so we'll have 8. Can Angry Luffy at that point, but then his swings are just like 6, 7, 7, 8. If he doesn't Angry Luffy, he has 8 Dons. This is at 6, so we can go to 8 with that for 2. 3, 4 goes to 8, all 8s. So we can do all 9s. Can we counter 3 9s? 2, 2, 1. This plus this. Very much depending on what we draw off of the life and the cycles. That's here. This is if he has DMG. Regardless, I think it is the if we just get rid of one of these guys, is that better? I don't know. I don't know. DMG is so scary, man. If we just bounce one of these Sanji puddings, it probably is better. We have to pick up one of our guys, though, which sucks. I'm going to go with Aramaki. Maybe against my better judgment. Okay, that's a 2k. It's pretty good. I do still want the Don. Just ditch the Jozu. The Don here, draw 1. Okay, we've gone down 1k encounter. Genius. We can ditch that with the Pheasant Peg, though. Just go 6. Okay. Well, if it's just Angry Luffy, we're fine. We're absolutely fine with Angry Luffy, because we've got... I mean, this is drawing 2 more cards. Boat, sure. Yeah, plays around Raging Tiger trigger. Good stuff, good stuff. There's the DMG. Does have it. Rests our 2 blockers. Okay. Does he have Angry Luffy, or does he go for just these 4? 7. We obviously have to counter this. We'll give Gion and Pudding. 6. We'll give Gion. 7. So he's going to have Angry Luffy. That's 2 more 7s and an 8. So we are very much at the mercy of the life and the draw. Damn. That's not a position I like to be in. Yeah, there it is. The DMG plus Angry Luffy is so good. We have to take this one. Oh, we might be screwed unless we draw into a second pheasant peck. I think it's only second pheasant peck that gets us there. Should we do this first or later? Doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, that's not good. So close, man. That was a close one. That was a close one. Damn. If one more pheasant peck, we'd have got him there. You'd have 2-2Ks. This is the top deck, I think. Yeah, GG's, man. That was a really close game. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed those games with Kuzan. I think that GP Luffy game was pretty... I mean, he drew very well, don't get me wrong. We drew pretty well too, though. I do wonder if I should have just gone for game there, pulled the trigger, with him having 0 Don up. But it's always scary, right, when you're asking for just, like, 3 2Ks in a 5-card hand. And he hadn't given us that many. Well, they don't play that many, so maybe we could have gone for it. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Either way, I really enjoyed this deck. I think it's a lot of fun. I do think the Marco is a pretty nice addition. It's nothing too crazy, but I think it is a decent buff up on the Cavendish. And it means that you don't have to run the chump blockers anymore, like the Borsalino, because he can just act as your chump blocker towards the end of the game. You don't need the Maynards, you don't need the Borsalinos, because you have the Marco, and his on-KO is ridiculous if they have to hit through him. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.